just so much pain. I thought my skin was melting. It exploded.
It was excruciating.
For many, it's the dream kitchen appliance that's revolutionised home cooking. But for Perth mum Danika Jones, it's been a nightmare.
I'm really glad the kids weren't in the kitchen.
Danika was cooking dinner for her family when the lid of her Thermomix burst off.
Without warning, the lid had come off and the sauce was all over me.
This photo shows the boiling pasta sauce splattered all over her kitchen. Danika was in the firing line.
I was screaming, I was slipping on the sauce, and my husband was at the table and he just picked me up.
To hear someone scream making those noises is not something that you want to hear.
Danika's husband Luke was at home sitting nearby at the dining room table.
I just basically picked her up and dragged her into the shower and just put her under the cold shower. Called Triple O, and when I was hosing her with a shower, just all her skin and stuff was just falling off.
Danika suffered second-degree burns to her chest, stomach and arms. She's grateful her children were outside.
I'm lucky that they were nowhere near the kitchen. You know, they run in and out the kitchen to go to the fridge while the Thermomix is on.
I just saw the lid go from the centre all the way across, and then the next thing I knew, the lid was off and the soup was all over me.
In 2014, Adele Wishart from Victoria was making cauliflower soup in her Thermomix when she says her lid also came off.
We're talking about 100 degrees Celsius fluid, if not higher, that is running at a really high velocity.
Adele says she followed the recipe and instructions from a Thermomix cookbook.
A machine this expensive should never malfunction. I mean, it's $2,000. We're not talking about a $100 processor.
Like Danika, Adele suffered second-degree burns to the top of her body.
That burning didn't stop until my partner actually got me into the shower and got really cold running water running over me.
Of course, we said to see those images, and we want to get to the bottom of that to find out exactly what's happened.
Thermomix's Grace Mazur was made aware of Danika's accident when it happened in January.
Our main concern is to find out what's exactly happened and bring the Thermomix back so we can fully analyze it, we can send it to the manufacturer, analyze the black box and see what's happened.
Grace says they have millions of customers around the world, and when used correctly, the machine is safe.
With Thermomix, like with any other kitchen appliance, there might be user error, things happen in the kitchen. You need to follow the instruction manual from the manufacturer.
Danika claims it was during the pureeing process the lid came off. She says she had made the exact same recipe many times before without a problem.
I loved my Thermomix. I used it 3 to 5 times every day.
Since the incident, Danika's refused to give the machine back to the company.
We're seeing it as a serious case and we're treating it as a serious case.
John Fiocco from Slater and Gordon's investigating Danika's case.
What we are doing is having a look at the machine ourselves, and it's important, I think, for us to look at the machine and try to get perhaps an expert report on the machine before the manufacturer looks at it.
They asked if they could pick up the machine, which they sent a courier around within about 3 hours.
Adele was told her machine was not faulty and was being sent to Germany for further testing. She heard no more, but was given a brand new machine.
I do regret giving my machine back because once the machine had actually left the country, I had no recourse. I had no opportunity to have that looked at by an independent person.
Both Adele and Danika have a Thermomix TM31, which in 2015 the company sent customers of that model a new sealing ring.
In general, all the seals need to be replaced approximately every 2 years. Unless something else happens, if it's damaged or broken, then you replace it earlier.
Danika's machine had the new seal. Adele's didn't. Danika says since the kitchen disaster, she's been traumatised and is worried about cooking hot food.
Getting a roast out the oven, I'm scared I'm going to drop it and I'm going to feel the pain that I felt when the sauce splattered over me.
With her burns still raw, Danika fears she could be scarred for life.
There's one scar on my left arm that I'm still going into the burns unit. getting treatment.
It's been a traumatic experience for both women, and they simply want others to be aware of what could go wrong.
People just need to be aware that these accidents are happening.